I'm still in a bad mood, but please, armed services, know that I love you. All right, this is what I do, especially when we get close to hurricane season. I watch the models and I watch them like hawks. And so, for my own personal interpretations of what is going on and me figuring out all the patterns and stuff, you get to see signs and clues. And no matter what, the Caribbean, the Gulf, down by Central America, it is juicy, moist, nasty. And the models, including last night's Euro run, has a low that starts out in the Pacific and then it jumps over Central America and reforms. And then causes some type of hurricane thing. Models will either make it disappear, or they'll take it through Cuba and Florida, or they'll smack Florida in the face with a very big hurricane. Now, it appears the atmospheric defense ability to push all the convection to the east of the storm keeps it from getting to like Category 3, Category 4, Category 5. At least that has been our experience so far, unless they're just going to put a pin in it like they did with Dorian and guide it. But this, which is GFS 18Z for 25th of May, is showing us that the models keep wanting to spin up a pretty big storm. And as far as size goes, I don't know what the intensity would be. This would have it as a Category 1 hurricane. As far as the size goes, it is a big, big, big storm. I mean, there is a lot of moisture that the models have to work with. And so it would take it over Florida and then up into the Carolinas and Georgia. And so, I've already put out several videos talking about the period that would be about June 7th. And so we have reason to watch. We have reason to keep watching because it looks like the Caribbean wants to get active. And pretty much everybody from the Weather Channel to NOAA to like Colorado weather people to everybody is said to expect a pretty major hurricane season in 2020. And if you've been paying attention at all during 2020, you'll know that it has been my least enjoyable year as Planetary Defense Commander. So, but just look at all the moisture that's just like totally hanging around. And so that would be a really big storm, being a lot of rain in and some wind. And so I pay attention to these things. That's what I do. This is what you guys pay me to do. And so I'm watching it. I mean, it's still like 13 days away. So it gives you advance. You should definitely have your hurricane preparations ready. It's always better to load up on water 2 weeks before everybody else does. And, and even if there's no hurricanes that hit your area this year, that water will not go to waste. And if you buy new ranch beans, those ranch beans will last for 2 to 3 years. So you can get a lot of hurricane supplies, or if there are no hurricanes, they just become supplies, man. Play defense. That's what I like to recommend people. But we are also seeing the models will show up. Okay, let's say this low continues to go west. Models show another low, a CAG, Central American gyre, that wants to form over here. So we're technically watching for 2 different lows and then trying to figure out where those lows will go. And I do think we have an atmospheric defense team that, using microwaves or whatever waves, does what they can to help people out. But this will be the second year to see if that theory is correct. And we're at the beginning of that second test year. But I definitely think that Cuba and some other areas, Bahamas, you guys are going to get a lot of rain regardless. But it is also weird how that just sits and spins for a while. And so, something could happen way sooner than the 7th. We've got this spot we are watching right now, because it's supposed to leave and it could form as it goes up the coast. And so this would be, like I said, 12, 13 days away. But I'll keep watching. That is what I do. And if you want to watch me watch, that's on you. All right. Everybody stay cool. Peace out. Have a very reflective Memorial Day. And thank those who made the ultimate sacrifice so we could have freedom. And hopefully we can have rock and roll return someday. So we can have real freedom. All right. God bless everyone.